person. Erica came out with me, and I think Monica maybe was behind us maybe a year or two. I said, I'm saying Critton. What was they last night? It ain't Critton. Erica. Yeah, Erica Critton is called Critton dog.
I can't remember anybody else up there.
Erica, what's their last name? Crenshaw? Cause their mama still up there doing the parent like liaison stuff at the school.
All right.
But I seen her. What's going on? Another episode 19, baby.
That's right. We got a special episode today. Well, all of them special. I ain't even lie. All of them special. Now, he special because he the date. The rest of them special, but they paying 10 special. But you are now watching Barbershop Stories, the podcast, episode 19, and we got guests here. We got Mr. Galvin Billups here. This fella I've been knowing a long time. He been smart since we were little, and I be damned. They said you smart, you have to get a good job and shit. He damn sure got one of them. This fella here, he's a executive director up under the mayor with the Division of Youth Services. He work in the school system, and he also gonna tell us a little bit today about the Birmingham Promise. And I ain't gonna tell you. I'm gonna let them tell you. And then I'm also here with
No-nos in here, man.
There
you know
it
we
is.
got that info.
There it is. So the Birmingham Promise, you know, I promised to bring it here, and we promised to let Galvin tell you all about it. So Mr. Galvin, what's happening?
Thanks so much for having me.
Oh yeah, go ahead and tell them a little bit about that Birmingham Promise, man. What is it? What Birmingham Promise is now other than jail time?
So Birmingham Promise really is just it's a two-part initiative. Really just designed to transform opportunities for students. On one hand, you got scholarships. On the other hand, you got apprenticeships. So it's really just designed for education and to go to work.
Okay. Education and go to work. Okay. Two good things. So the apprenticeships actually start in high school, right?
That's it. So the beautiful part is that these young people are excited about working, and what we've done is we're working hand in hand with the business community to create opportunity for them to go to work, beginning in their senior year. And you may remember it from when we were in school, where they may have had a co-op.
Yeah, the co-op program.
Essentially, it's the same thing. It's a co-op program, but the beautiful part is it pays $15 an hour.
Shit, that's co-op.
That take care of children money. That take care of wife and children money.
Make $15
now.
That's it. So $15 an hour. It's meant that $750 of taxpayer money, your money, my money, his money, go toward the creating a job, and then we ask the business to partner with us to do another $750, so that then these young people have an opportunity to go to work, get credit, get a mentor, and try in the industry that they may want to go and establish a career in.
Well, it definitely sounds good. Well, I guess what was the motive behind it? What was the push that said, you know what, Birmingham, we got to make a change around here? What was the driving force to actually bringing this to life?
Several things. One, Mayor Woodfin, part of what he ran on as in his campaign was trying to provide change, and much of the feedback that he received and that we receive daily goes around one central question: is what can we do to enhance the opportunities for young people? How do we change the trajectory of how they live? Birmingham is about 30 to 40% poverty rate. I mean, you know, it's pretty high. Yeah, right around here we have places like Lubman Village, Tom Brown Village, Kingston. You know, neighborhoods that surrounds this neighborhood, but a lot of people live in poverty. But a lot of people in poverty want opportunity. They don't want a handout. They don't want a handout. A lot of them want opportunity. When we talk to these young people inside the schools, that's what they say. So the brainchild behind this became very simple. We needed to do something to enhance workforce for low income and for all the residents of Birmingham. Then two, the mayor who sat on the school board saw that the career or the academies of Birmingham, which is essentially a work-based opportunity within the school system, wasn't really connected to high demand, high growth occupations right in the business community. So the second reason why we did it was we had to have a pipeline of young folks going into jobs that they were going to actually get paid for upon graduating high school and or college. So that became the brainchild of why this needed to occur.
Yeah, because back in when we was in school, man, folks were co-oping going right down the street to McDonald's.
That's it.
Wasn't co-oping to no $15 hour job.
That's it.
Or nothing equivalent to it in 1991 through 5 when I was in high school.
What minimum wage was it? $3.75, $4.25?
$4.25.
Yeah, my man, yeah, $4.25.
My first job.
$4.25.
My first job was Subway at $4.25, and then I went over to Bruno's. Remember Bruno for they closed down. Bruno was $5.15 over in Montclair Road. Montclair Road. So I was out there pushing carts for Bruno's ups for the little pop cans and soda cans.
So we wasn't co-oping to no job like that.
No.
Now I know some cats that came out of school because we had good vocational courses in school. Then when I first got to Woodlawn, we had welding.
That's it.
I took 2 years auto mechanic myself.
That's it.
What else was there? That might be it right now, all I can think of. But I remember cats coming straight out, going to get those type of jobs after school. But now having that type of availability while you in school,
That's it.
that's serious, man.
So we are excited about it. There's some very pertinent things that's getting ready to come on in terms of the apprenticeship side. This spring, they're going to be launching. We did a pilot program this summer. And in the summertime, we had 23 young people. They were working from business and finance, engineering, utility companies, you name it. They were working there. They got paid $12 an hour then. Got paid $12 an hour as part of the pilot. And they went through the summer. They came out, had kids from Woodlawn, Huffman, all 7 high schools involved in that one. So I was glad to see it happen because, of course, in Birmingham, opportunities like this doesn't come every day.
Well, one thing I can say, man, I can just only imagine you around the city there singing, I believe the children of the future. Teach them well. Let them lead the way. All in all, I look into your children's eyes, man. Give them a sense.
Give them something.
Right.
Give them something. That's right.
Make it easy. Real, man. Yeah, that's what's up, though, man. I mean, I hear a lot of people, they talk about what's wrong with Birmingham, but a lot of people don't talk about what's right with Birmingham. And I think that starting with these children, that's where it needs to start. Because, a lot of times when we get older, we pretty much stuck. Some of us still want to do it. I ain't going to say willing. Some of them will do it, but a lot of them ain't just that willing as a younger person is. So that's good y'all talking to the young folk.
Absolutely. But, one of the things that we do at Division Youth Services and in my role, every day I have the fortunate opportunity to wake up and think about how can I put young people in a better situation. You remember when we was in school, and most of your listeners and your viewers don't know that all of us probably intersected in the school at the same time. Putnam, Putnam Middle School, Putnam Panther, Ben and I was in the same class. We was in the same class. Shout out to Miss Selena Snow.
That one hall building, baby.
Miss Snow, Mr. Washington, Miss Archie, Miss Flowers.
Archie.
Miss Pizon.
J.
Miss Pizon.
Yeah, Miss Pizon.
Pizon.
Still running to Miss Pizon from time to time out in the city. Miss Pizon still be out, man.
That's it.
Look exactly the same.
Look exactly the same.
Mr. Washington.
Mr. Washington.
Gotta get up Mr. Washington, man.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Soul coach.
And they were the ones who were instrumental in our education process. They helped us to the graduation line, and so now we're on the forefront. You're in the space of entrepreneurialism and providing opportunities through mentorship through the things that you do. And in my office, what we do every day is we wake up and say, how can we be a better light for the community? Meaning, if there's programs and information that's going on right here, how do we make it easy for parents, wherever they live, to be able to access that information? You need UAB tickets? Coming up this weekend, our office is giving out UAB tickets, football tickets, just for the family to be able to go to a game, and they're totally free. All right? Second thing we try to do beyond being a lighthouse, we try to say, let's advocate for youth inclusion and participation. Really what that means is, let's not just make decisions for young people, let's make it with them. Yeah. How many times you'll go to a church program or a community program that's for young folks, a rally, but young folks ain't there? Yeah. And one of the reasons why is because we never stop and ask the question, what would draw you in? Yeah. What would draw you in?
They weren't involved in the build-up.
They weren't involved in the build-up, so why would they even come?
Yeah.
Third thing we try to do is just try to provide programs and services that's designed to help move them professionally and personally. And the last thing we try to do every day is make sure that every dollar that's spent is spent wisely, so that there's nothing crooked going on, but everybody can have full confidence in their local government that we providing young people opportunities. So that's what I do every day.
Well, that's what's up, man. Yeah, because I done heard of the Department of Youth Services, but I've never been a willing participant. You know, I always, kind of work anyway.
Yeah.
But that's what's up, man. I guess to know in depth what youth services actually do.
Yeah.
What's some of the other things y'all do too? I know you said y'all working with the Birmingham Promise and some other things.
So there's a number of programs that we offer. Mainly, we're known for Kids and Jobs. Mm-hmm. Most people know us for Kids and Jobs with Fox 6. That's been around for 25 years. Yeah, and so the city's been actually providing youth employment programs for at least 25 years.
Kids and Jobs. Before you go further, you know what I'm saying? Let us know about that for the viewers that don't even know about that.
Absolutely.
25 years.
25 years. So 25 years ago, Fox 6 and the city of Birmingham got together, and they was exploring how to solve issues related to crime and how to give young people opportunities. Science proves it. What the street already knows. If you give them a job, a lot of them will get out of trouble.
Yeah, they got something to do. And some money.
And they got money. So it was just that simple. They came up with a solution. Kids and Jobs was developed to help 14-year-olds up to 21-year-olds get summer employment. It's a summer employment program. 14 to 15-year-olds, we call it the exposure, meaning they learn how to get up, learn how to put on clothes, learn how to clock in, learn how to report to a supervisor, learn how to get a check. That's what 14 and 15-year-olds do, because what we find is that a lot of places don't want to hire 14 and 15-year-olds for the liability. So we step in as government and say, hey, let's open up some libraries, let's open up some schools, let's open up some places to provide hundreds of Birmingham young people jobs during the summertime. 16 to 21-year-olds, we call them explorers. So that's what we try to put them on a career path that's designed a little bit more what they want to do. Sometimes our 14 and 15-year-olds have some jobs, but they want to get in something better. They don't just want to flip burgers, right? They don't just want to do go cut grass no more. Yeah. They want to put on something. They want to feel important about what they want. They want to have meaningful work experience. So just like us, every day we want to wake up and do something that matters. Yeah. How often do we wake up and say, man, you know what? I don't like what I'm doing. How many adults do we know live like that?
Probably about 92%. A whole bunch.
Right? They just wake up to do something they grind on, something they hate doing. You know what I'm saying? Very few people are fortunate enough to do, and I'm shouting out Bennie Mac, because I think you told me 17 years ago you established Bennie Mac right here on First Avenue. So that was a path of entrepreneurialism, and every day you grind it out saying, I got to make this happen because I believe in my dream. So shout outs to you. But we have young people that we try to do that for, 16 to 21-year-olds. So if a young person comes to us and say, I want to learn how to cut hair, then I'm going to say, hey, Bennie Mac, listen, I got a young person, I pay them 100% of their wages this summer. You just get them in line to what will make your shop work better. Cleaning up, you know what I'm saying? Let's just give them an opportunity.
Say you promise.
I promise.
Right,
I promise. Hey, we can, and I'm gonna shout out. If you got some folks right over here, especially in Woodlawn High School, Putnam Middle School, schools we went to, all of it is open for everybody across town. But I'm specifically targeting those because these are places right here in this neighborhood.
Well, you gotta throw Huffman.
Huffman in there. Throw Huffman in there. We throw Huffman in there.
The New East Side.
The New East Side. Okay. If you got kids that goes to those schools and they're part of our Kids and Jobs program, and we're gonna look to try to place an upcoming Bennie Mac right up under Bennie Mac for some apprenticeships, some design opportunities for him right here.
Well, that's what's up now. All right, now you might have already answered, but just for the listening audience, I want to ask you this. I heard you say you're training for a job, training for a job, training for a job. Do you have some type of entrepreneur program that you all have established? And if not, me and Brother Sam would be more than happy to help Birmingham Promise some entrepreneurs out there too.
We're gonna need to wrap on that.
We definitely want to create them too, or something to just put in the thought so you can take it back to them and see what they think about it. Man, I definitely donate. Well, I ain't gonna totally donate. I'm gonna give some of my time.
We're not charity, we investing.
Yeah, we're gonna be
return on investment.
Yeah. Oh, ROI.
Yeah, you got it right.
But yeah, so that's something I'd definitely be interested in though.
Absolutely, we're gonna definitely wrap on that then. because
Okay.
we would definitely like to have a path for a lot of young people specifically that we've gone around and talked to in schools. They're not just wanting to go into workforce; they want to work for themselves.
Oh yeah,
So we
do that.
definitely need tracks where young people can have entrepreneurial skill sets built.
Yeah, definitely, because like right now in the city, man, there's over 10,000 vacant homes.
Yeah.
Somebody got to be that landlord. Somebody got to be that renter. Somebody got to be that plumber, that contractor,
Painter.
that electrician, that
Roofer, all that.
that
Absolutely.
landscaper.
All that.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely, we definitely
Lost
look into
skills.
that.
Absolutely.
Long skills, man, and they pay
Absolutely.
good.
Oh yeah.
But one thing I was reading up on the Promise, man, the scholarship part of it is one thing I do like about it. The qualifications start at 2.0 grade point average.
That's it.
Meaning that y'all ain't just looking for the 4.0 students and rewarding them. Y'all trying to go in there and pick some students up and show them that, hey, we willing to tote you across this bridge too.
That's it.
Yeah.
So with the Birmingham Promise, like we said, the part of it is apprenticeship, part of it is scholarship. On the apprenticeship side, what you were talking about is the 2.0.
Okay, that's on the apprenticeship side.
Apprenticeship side.
Straight
Because
middle,
what
straight
we-
middle.
That's okay. Because one of the things we wanted to do was exactly that. We just
Okay.
didn't want the 3.5, the 4.0s just to receive the opportunity.
Okay.
We
So to
want-
clarify, the apprenticeship
2.0.
is qualifications is 2.0, and the scholarship, the qualifications.
The qualification right now is just being a Birmingham resident, attend BCS, and graduate.
So no grade point average
That's
qualification
it.
for
That's
the
it.
scholarship.
What the mayor,
I hear that, don't
what
no
the
grade
mayor
point
has.
average.
That's right. What the mayor has decided is that he wanted every graduate to have an opportunity to go to college, and
fine.
plus this right here, most people don't even know, but BCS has a Gear Up program inside. Gear Up is a big federal grant.
Yeah.
Big federal grant
I
that
hear Bennie
says,
talk about Gear Up.
man, for all of the 12th graders that are coming out this year, if they graduate and have opted into being a part of Gear Up, and they decide to go to any 2-year college in the state of Alabama, they go
Free.
absolutely free.
Oh, yeah.
That's without Birmingham Promise. That's without Pell Grant.
Yeah.
So it is no reason right now a young person shouldn't jump on the opportunity to go get a trade, to go get a certificate, to go get a degree, just to put something behind your name so you can learn and earn.
Well, let me ask you this. You know, I started off at Lawson.
Yeah.
Now I completed a whole year and I made straight A's, but I missed a year. How old you got to be so you? I want to. What 42, right? Like the military, because I'm 39.
We don't qualify no more, Ben.
I'm just making sure. Well,
Young
let me see.
folks.
Well, here got my birth certificate right here. I was born in '97.
That's it.
So with that program, just say you can go to school those 2 years free with the Gear Up in the community. You said the community colleges, right?
Any community college statewide, the graduating classes for Birmingham City Schools 2020 and 2021 are part of the Gear Up grant.
Okay.
So it's already there. All they have to do, I would encourage their parents to call BCS, call their guidance counselor and say, hey, I need to talk to the Gear Up coordinators in my area. I want to make sure we have opted in, and I want to make sure that when we graduate, my child can at least go to the 2-year college for tuition assistance or tuition free. Watch this though. The parents of Gear Up students can even go to a 2-year college and have their 2-year college paid for now. So I mean, most people in the street don't even know that. I mean, if you just like that,
The parents can go
the
too.
parent can go
If you
too.
have a Gear Up student.
If you have a Gear Up student in the BCS system right now, all you have to do is call them and get the information on what you need to do to move forward.
All right, now keep in mind, this is a brief recap. If you are a parent of a Gear Up student, you can take your ass to school too. That's basically what it
That's
said.
exactly what I said.
So, you know, and my daughter, she may end up doing that. She's right now thinking about the military or Gear Up. We had Gear Up on V94.9 Home Team Morning Show, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Come on
but
now.
we had them on there.
Yeah.
You know, they was talking about the Gear Up program last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so man, that's good to see Birmingham, man, taking, well, I guess the leadership taking some of the opportunities that's passed down from the federal government and using the tax dollars wisely to make sure these children educated, because without the children, the rest of it will start falling off, because at some point we quit working and we get tired.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, so that's what's up.
Can you still get a Pell Grant along with it?
You can.
Can you still qualify for a Pell Grant?
Listen, what you want to do right now.
I'm finna go back to school.
The priority right
list.
now for City of Birmingham with Birmingham Promise is to ask every adult, go ahead now and start working on your financial aid application.
Yeah.
Go ahead now, especially after January 1, when you know our folks like to go to the tax offices, they like to get their taxes done. Go ahead and make that extra step, get your taxes in order, and take it to somebody who can help you get that financial aid application done free. Mm-hmm. You already paid. Birmingham City Schools already have people lined up in there waiting to help your child and the parent do their application.
Yeah.
Real.
When you do your application, watch this. If you qualify, most individuals in this area that I've seen have been a part of, I worked for the City of Birmingham. Prior to that, I worked for the Housing Authority of Birmingham for 9 years. Mm-hmm. So I've seen a lot of people, and I've helped out a lot of people. If you go right now and complete your financial aid, your child probably get a Pell Grant. That's maybe about $5,800 right there. Mm-hmm. On top of the Gear Up, which is going to be tuition free, right? On top of that, Birmingham Promise is being created. The whole goal is to get your child to go to school free. Get that education because unfortunately, everybody doesn't go to school and finish. But what we see is people come out with debt. Yep. The average person leaving Alabama right now has about $32,000 worth of student loan debt in their name. That's higher than what most houses make. Don't even make $30,000 a year. I'm talking about household incomes under $30,000. They got student debt loan. So that's a whole different conversation.
That's a
whole different conversation. So
true.
if you can go get this information through whatever mechanisms, and then take action on the information. Go sign up, get the Pell Grant, and get everything that's involved for you. You go to school free.
That's cool, man.
That's
cool.
That's definitely been some very great information. I hope folks listen. I'm gonna make sure like, share, repost. You go ahead, do it. We ain't tripping because this information definitely need to get out there. And make sure you watch episodes 1 through 18.
That's it.
Just a reminder. In 19, so I guess the question is too, when is the deadline? Because I know everything got its deadlines and its cutoffs and all that. When is the deadline?
Apprenticeship and scholarship.
Yeah.
The apprenticeship deadline has passed. We have gone to all 7 high schools and we had an overwhelming response. I mean, we had hundreds of applicants application turned in from seniors in the class wanting to go through. So the next step for that is we're going beginning tomorrow to the schools to do interviews at the school. So we're encouraging parents, if you're listening, have your kid come up there ready to go with their interview attire on and practicing what they need to say. Because we have told all the schools that we want the best out of each school. Not GPA, the best student for the opportunity.
They're ready to go on the jobs and perform.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. And then the priority deadline for FAFSA completion is starting now. UAB put out a deadline that they will prefer individuals that's going to go for the Birmingham Promise to do their FAFSA application before December 1. So area colleges have scholarships available, and they want their people to have their FAFSA done earlier than April or May. Okay. So start now. First step is after you like, post, share, go find out how to create a FAFSA ID. Go ahead, get your FAFSA application complete. And if I were you in the space you were in and I had a senior upcoming, I would try to do my application before December 1 or at latest by January 30th so that all of my information is out there and I'm ready for the next step.
You don't want to only cause, man, sometimes it take a while for that financial aid stuff to come back. Yeah. And you'll be, believe me, it'll supersede into the next school year if you ain't on top of it. Because like I said, once everybody's stuff start coming in rapidly, I got one as a junior in college right now, but I've been down through there. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's cool, man. Is it let me ask you, okay, so you selecting the best of the best for the apprenticeship because you want to put people in those jobs that can perform. That's right. And that's ready to perform.
Keep the program going.
And keep the program going for the juniors and the sophomores. Right.
So about the scholarships, is that like unlimited people can get them? A few 100 selected of the year, a few dozen. How does that work?
So right now, this is where we are in the process. So in terms of criteria and eligibility, the only three things that I say that you have to be a Birmingham area resident, high school graduate attending BCS are the only three things in place. The city of Birmingham actually is partnering with the United Way so that they can stand up Birmingham Promise Inc. Something that your listeners may or may not have known is that the city of Birmingham legally are not allowed to create scholarships with taxpayer dollars. So what we do is we partner with a nonprofit, Birmingham Promise Inc. through United Way, and we allow the business community to come in and support that. So in terms of the criteria for scholarships, the criteria has been limited. We want to keep the criteria just like the mayor said it, which is essentially BCS graduate, 12th grade, and living in the city of Birmingham. That's it.
Because a lot of people don't know why we are ushering in the Birmingham Promise. Hey, Atlanta just went up to 3.0 on that Hope Scholarship. You got to have 3.0 to get that money down there in Georgia, man.
That's
and I said Atlanta, but in Georgia, the state of Georgia, because you know they've been had the schooling free, but it used to be a 2.5, I want to say, and they just bumped that thing up to a 3.0. So you got to be walking down now, Jack.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But that's cool, man. Birmingham Promise sound about right. So let me ask you, within those like you said, the city is partnering with that nonprofit with the United Way or whatever to start the nonprofit or whatever. Is that like what the private donors that's doing the other half of the promise coming in from? Because I know you said taxpayers have private donors.
Right. So how it's being funded currently? What has already occurred is $2 million of the city has been invested in the apprenticeship piece. $2 million annually for the next 5 years. So that's what has happened. We've transferred $2 million essentially, or are transferring $2 million for that investment directly into the students and to stand up the organization of the Birmingham Promise Inc. The remaining funds is going to be donated for scholarship beginning now. And I mean, they've been doing it already, but essentially that's already in place. The $2 million is going to be in place to continue to pay wages for as long as that money continues to grow. And I'm counting on your support, and I'm counting on your support to continue to push Birmingham, to continue to have Birmingham Promise on their mind, to show that places like this need additional employees. I love for being to have an extra chair right in here. To cut some additional head and to start some additional entrepreneurs. But that's what it's designed to do. So how is it funded? It's essentially funded through a $2 million seed directly transferred over to United Way so that we can start paying those wages beginning this spring for students to go get that $15 an hour. So what we'll do is we'll ask the business to go ahead and donate too, because they have a huge need. The need that they have is they need more engineers, they need more financial people, they need more IT people. So a lot of the businesses want to have trained talent they can start grooming as early as their senior year in high school.
Well, that's what's up. Now, I know they said y'all put $2 million over there at United Way. Now, I stay on 4th Avenue East Lake. And y'all can put up about $1,500 to put some speed bump, because them niggas be flying out there, man. I don't even want to go out there and hoop now, you know. But
that is the expressway.
Yeah, just put about $1,500, just put a speed bump by this tall. Tap the cars and we'll be good. So now it's $2 million and $1,500.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
We promise.
Yeah, we promise.
We promise, man.
It's a promise.
Yeah, man, that's
what's
time
up.
is, man. So,
You got any other information you want to share with us about the promise, man? Because we ain't gonna hold you up all night, because we can sit here and talk about this
exactly.
and the progress, because it's interesting to see these programs that actually exist. Because you hear people mention them, and it almost sound like an old folk tale.
Yeah.
But we actually got you here sharing the information. We don't think you lying, because Ronda, he pretty cool too. Then I heard he can fight, so I know you ain't gonna be around here lying on Ronda.
Oh man.
Hey, come here, Galvin.
Right.
Come. No, here. No, I'm just messing with you.
People sure been talking about this for years, because a lot of times when it's time for election and people, the lottery always on there, you know, and people actually want the lottery because they thought it could help bolster education too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that would work, but you know, I've heard that mentioned, you know, along with bolstering education, because you know, like I said, a couple other states do it that way.
Yeah. So those are issues definitely at play every year. every time an election come up, people talk about things of that nature. But the Birmingham Promise, every day we're thinking about it. Every day I wake up and try to figure out how to make this opportunity better for young people. So with shows like this, thank you for having me on, bro. Thank you for
I appreciate you coming.
connecting me to your audience and to encourage them to take advantage of the resources that's out there. Go ahead, get your financial aid done. Go ahead, call BCS, talk about your Gear Up. Go ahead and connect with places like this that keeps information going. Stay positive.
Got that info.
The main thing we want to do is just encourage the families to know that college is an option. If we would have heard this more when we were younger, you know, how many more young people would have, we would have taken a
without
huge
having
advantage.
to think about that
without
money.
even having to think about it. You know, going home, eating dinner with the family would have looked a lot different if the conversation wasn't if you're going somewhere, it's where you going.
You flipping through them brochures.
Now we
trying to see
talking
what's
something
what.
different now. You know what I mean? So that's the thing I really want to make sure your listening audience knows. Let's just change the conversation from if to where we going.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, do you have any information that you can give them if they want to get in touch with you at the youth office or
Yes.
whatever?
Online.
Yeah, online. Any information, Facebook and social media.
Yes. Connect with us mainly 320-0879. That's our office number. 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are there. You can also look us up, City of Birmingham, Mayor's Office Division of Youth Services on Facebook. You can go to the city's main website, birminghamal.gov, and then you can connect with all of the city's resources, not just Birmingham Promise, but everything that the city is offering right now. Please take advantage because you have not because you ask not. So go out there and get the
It's
information.
here now.
Hey,
right.
hold them to it.
That's it.
Hey, he
Connect
done
with
said
those,
hold
Get
him to
that
it.
money and a Pell Grant.
That's right.
Right.
Go get it.
Yeah, well, that's what's happening. This has been a great episode of Barbershop Stories, the podcast with Brother Galvin here, Executive Director up under Mayor Woodfin. What is the Department of Youth Services?
That's right. Mayor's Office
that's
Division of
right.
Youth Service. That's who we are.
Well, that's what's happening. Well, and before we leave, we got to do a little cleaning up, aka commercials. December the 7th. One more time, December the 7th, man. I got two major events that night, man. I got a comedy show, comedy special. Actually, it's called More Forehead Than Face. Just look around you. Just look around you. I ain't gonna say who it is. More forehead than face. You know what I'm saying? So More Forehead Than Face 3. Make sure you come check it out. It's gonna be a show, fun filled, about an hour, 15 minutes. It's gonna be solid. You gotta show up on time. I got the incomparable Mrs. V, comedian Miss V.
That's good stuff.
That she's gonna host it. She's a phenomenal comedian. She's on the morning show with me every morning, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Yay, make sure you check that out. Then we got Joe L. Regal. She's gonna be on the show too. One woman band. Then I'm gonna headline that thing. Hey, boom. I'm gonna give you a strong about 50 minutes to an hour. It's gonna be a live taping, man. We got multiple cameras. It's gonna be a light show right down here at the barbershop. It's gonna be some shit that if you was here, you gonna be like, man, I was down. You can show people like, look, slow it down. That's me. You know what I'm saying? That can be you. But go ahead and get those tickets. Those tickets, they're available at comedyandbham.com. You can click the link, get the tickets there, or you can just simply send me a cash out. In the subject line, put me to you, 2 tickets, 1 ticket, however you want it. It's going to be all free drinks, everything top shelf. Then, the same night, is 40 for the first time. I'll be 40 years old. Can you believe it? Yeah, nigga be 40. Yeah, and that's going to be at Roos Place. Roos Place, doors open at 9. And it's going to be another epic event. Got the homie Jay from the Home Team Morning Show. He's going to be the host. Got T. Carson on the ones and twos with T. Carson Neighborhood on V94.9. So, hey, this is going to be an epic night. I got the tickets where you can get them together or you can get them separate. However, just get them. I don't care how you get them, but get them when you can. But yeah, and
Nobody crazy.
that's right. And I got a shout out to some of my, well, all of my sponsors, not some of them. Shout out to Avenue V Entertainment. Shout out to It's Punchin'. What up, Thomas? Shout out to who got on here? Bullet, Iron, and Crane. What up, Franco? Shout out to Jelks Funeral Home. So, you know, if you got a funeral home sponsor, nigga, don't come here wrong because we'll see you across the street. Yeah, shout out to Jelks Funeral Home. Shout out to V949 for sponsoring this event as well. It's going to be great. It's going to be epic. And also, shout out to Complete Financial Solutions. What up, Korean? What's happening? Hey, I appreciate the support. Y'all sponsoring. Hey, y'all make sure y'all check it out. And you're part of the home team, too. Sam, second screen home team. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. Second screen. Yeah, man. So shout out to everybody who's going to be a part of this big event. It's going to be great. If you haven't seen me perform in the city, it's not just a show, it's an adventure. Right, it's a G-O-D. So make sure you are there and come check it out. And who else? Am I forgetting something?
Shout out Mr. Billups, man. Serving at Woodlawn. If you watching Mr. Billups, what's happening?
That's right.
Your class was like Cooler High, man, when you sub, man.
Right. Yeah, Mr. Billups was something else, man. It's something else. But yeah, let me see. Am I forgetting anything? I want to make sure I ain't forgetting nothing.
Root Place too tonight, last.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, then I got a couple other shows, too. Yeah, and got a couple other events, too. Go to the website and check them out on the 24th and the 28th. 28th is Thanksgiving night. Performing over on the website. Go online for details. I'm just going to push you online. Or make sure you subscribe to this YouTube page. It's just MacMan Entertainment. You go to YouTube, go to MacMan Entertainment. And you'll see it probably run across the screen. K1 over there while Nick talking doing this shit, huh? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Z-Lands Media. Hey, that's that dude there, man. We're going
K-Weezy.
Going on up, man. Been around for a minute. But, hey, it's going down. It's going down. Shout out to Allison Sanders, too, with New Year production. Happy birthday to you. I know your birthday, and she up in New York balling. I'm talking everything she do. She take
New York?
Yeah, she stepped across the sewer cap. She took a picture. Stopped in the restaurant.
You're on Broadway.
Oh yeah, she balling. Then posted she at the Apollo. Hey, I say, hey, that's what's up. That's how you supposed to bring it in.
Broadway.
And shout out to all of the Sagittariuses, man. Y'all make sure y'all come through. You can get a section from it. It's coming with food, liquor, bottles. I'm telling you, we're gonna have some fun. I'm telling you.
So it's gonna be some half horse, half people.
Half horse, half people. Yes, sir. Half horse, half man. Old centaur. But yeah, man. So hey, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Barbershop episode. Barbershop Stories, the podcast, episode 20. Same time next week, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all make sure y'all tune in, and we are out.
We out here, man.
Who's that thing,